I mean, I'm just so excited to be actually talking about Harry Potter because you know me, I'm the biggest Harry Potter fan that's out there right now. And for Lego, I have the most impressive Harry Potter collection that I mean, I don't literally. I have a couple figures and the polybag since 2020. I kind of am like I do like Harry Potter. I'm not gonna lie, I do, but like I'm not like a die-hard fan. And honestly, I do like look at every single set that does get released each year. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I'm glad they're doing these couple certain sets. And then I sit there and I'm like, I'm never gonna buy them. Like I'm like, oh, that's cool. Anyways, but every set that I do look forward to each year is all the polybags, and at a certain point, I did collect quite a few of the characters, and even the blister pack that came out a couple years ago too. But at this point, I really don't have a desire to like keep going further with the collection, and that's actually mainly because I kind of already have most of the characters that I want. Like I already have a Voldemort from the CMF series like 5 years ago, I'm pretty sure, and that's all I needed. You know, I was like, yep, he was $2, and then I had him. So that was pretty simple. I'm pretty sure I got this like Newt Scamander. Like just in like a random pack so long ago, and I'm like, well, that's the main character of the prequel trilogy. Yep, that's all I need. And then I bought a Ron Weasley, mainly because I actually didn't have one in all the sets that I've been getting. And I'm kind of surprised because with all these polybags, I'm like, they already did like a Harry and Hermione, so like a Ron Weasley would go really well in a polybag. I'm kind of hoping they do that for next year, honestly, but I did buy this on Bricklink for, guess what, $2. They're really not hard to get. And the nice thing is that I finally have this like Dobby minifigure with like a nice little sock. It has a nice sock in it. He has a sock, and I know that because it's a reference to the movie Harry Potter. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, I'm just gonna get into this for a second. I'm just gonna go through all the delicious little polybags here. Now I'm going to get this one out of the way. This one was the one that came out for this year. This is like a little Draco Malfoy little poly bag, and it came with a nice little Draco Malfoy. But I did do a review on this like quite a while ago, but it has a nice little bird owl thing and a nice little build, little spooky forest build. You can kind of attach it with other parts, I'm assuming, for the theme, I'm assuming. So it's kind of nice, kind of quaint, but not much to really talk about here, so I'm going to just put it back. So this one was the 2020 poly bag right here, and it actually came with like a little dining plate with some chicken and cupcakes, probably references to the Glepshitter references, whatever. Came with the little Harry Potter, and honestly one of my favorite things is that it came with Harry Potter and a little Hedwig with a broom, and I thought that was kind of a nice thing. Like this makes it a really well-rounded poly bag. You get a good figure, nice little build that's kind of like iconic within the films, because you know, like you see a lot of those dinner like scenes and like the fucking place. But then you also get a little other character too, a little Hedwig character, and so that kind of rounds out this whole little set here. I'm not a nerd, so I don't know all the references to Star Wars. And then they had the audacity to make the 2021 polybag with a little Hermione, a little desk, and I'm pretty sure there was another build. I forgot, honestly. I don't remember. Yeah, it was kind of nice. You know, you got a little of this. Oh, it was like a stand. I don't know where the stand was. Oh well, who cares? It's nice. You get a little Hermione. It was like a little desk right here and a little something else here. Though I do remember being like one of the most hyped ones that came out was the little Hogwarts polybag. And the cool thing is this, is I had like 8 alternative builds, so if you bought like 8 of these, you could like combine them to make like the full-on Hogwarts, or like parts of it. There were a couple builds that like weren't like attached to anything within like Hogwarts. It was just like random building stuff, and it was like, but some of them could, and I think that was kind of like the coolest part of the set. But also it was cool to get a really cheap Dumbledore in a set too, and I think that was like the most desirable thing for me, honestly. Well, kind of both of it. This was probably one of the best Harry Potter polybags, one of the coolest $5 polybags to just get in general. And then the year also had like these little tile things, these collectible tiles, and this was random. So to be honest, I didn't really care about these because like I didn't care which one I would get. This would be the only one I would get that year anyway. But because I think it does have the Dumbledore figure in it, it kind of does make this like a well-rounded, especially for like first 2 movie Dumbledore. I forgot what the actor's name was, but it is like the original dude, so it's like, that's pretty cool. And I think, you know, getting a classic set like this, it was definitely one of the best ones to pick up, and honestly, it's just the one to get if you're looking to get all the recent polybags at this point. Though I will say one that went under the radar was this like Quidditch one that came out last year, and I think this one was probably one of the coolest ones they've ever come out with. It's just basically like a mini diorama of all the Quidditch, and you could just kind of take like the Golden Snitch and whatever her character. I don't remember her name, but I don't want to know her name now. But it came with like the little Golden Snitch, and that is a cool piece to get in a very cheap set. And then it's kind of just like the little Quidditch court right here, and you have like the 4 giant pillars, the nets, I'm assuming, and then you kind of have the whole thing. It's kind of cute actually, and I do think these two are a really nice pairing, to be honest. You kind of get like a whole like mini diorama of probably the 2 most iconic parts of Harry Potter. So I like Harry Potter, but like obviously there's not too much to really ride on with a lot of this too. Like I'm gonna pull up right here with all the figures I have, because the rest of the figures back here are all from like the blister packs. So like I have an older Draco Malfoy, and I guess the cool thing about the blister packs that came out like 2022, I'm pretty sure, is that they all had different outfits, like the color outfits for each of like the dorms and stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool, honestly. So you have Draco Malfoy for Slytherin right here. Then you have this girl. I don't know her name, but she has the Ravenclaw of blue, so that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure this is yellow Hufflepuff. If I didn't know who she was, I don't know what her name is, honestly. I just know that it's yellow Hufflepuff, so that's pretty neat. And then you get basic bitch Harry with the Slytherin outfit. Yep, that's it. I'm not changing my mind. You can't change my mind. He's Daniel Radcliffe, and that's all that matters, in my opinion, honestly. That's all that matters. And so yeah, that's what I think about my Dreams collection. I just love Lego Dreams. It's one of the coolest things, in my opinion, ever. And so yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the Lego Dreams collection here, and I thought it's pretty cool. So if you want any more of my collections, just comment below what you believe is your favorite Z-Blob moment. Wait a minute. What is this? That's a cool Golden Snitch, but whoa. Oh man, I haven't seen these Lego studs in so long, honestly. This one's pretty cool. So it's like a golden one, but it's like a hole that's like hollowed in it. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna give this stud review I'm gonna probably say like a 5.5 out of 10. You know, I think like overall the design is cool, and I like what they attempted, but like, I mean, it just kind of loses the purpose of what I want in a Lego stud. So I don't know. Kind of misses the mark a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but at least they tried something. At least they tried.